there will be some legit outrage if like they start the season and Howard's in the American League and Savoy's on the third line. And I do think that'll be somewhat justified because, again, coming into this year, we were supposed to be doing all right, here's the youth movement, right? We're keeping the window open. We got these two exciting young players joining the lineup. And if the season starts with one of them not here and the other one playing third line minutes, there will be some amount of, I think, deserved outrage. The other angle that I would say, and I wrote about this yesterday, OilersNation.com.
Check it out.
The idea of one of Howard or Savoy being on the third line with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, I actually think can be beneficial for a bunch of different reasons. Chris Knobloch had a quote about how, Savoy and Howard are used to playing with the best players on their team, right? They've played top line minutes their entire lives. They're used to playing with the best players on their team. But what Knobloch said, what comes with that is playing against the best players on the other team. Mm-hmm. And here's another thing. Last year, the Oilers at 5-on-5 with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl off the ice were outscored 88-66. With Connor and Leon off the ice at 5-on-5 in the regular season, 88-66. That's not good. There was a time a couple years ago where that number was way closer to even. I think it was a 49% goal share. Last year it was like 42. Having one of those guys on a third line with Nuge, who's not a slouch. Like if you're playing Savoy with Janmark and Henrique on the third line, then I put my hand up and go, what the hell are we doing? Playing Savoy with Nuge and whoever it ends up being, Nuge and Frederick, even Nuge and Henrique, you're sitting there going, hey, you get to play with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who is a bona fide 50-plus point guy in this league, who has good offensive instincts, who can take care of his own end as a centerman. Like, the idea that Savoy on the third line, and here's where I'll say it's beneficial for multiple reasons, it'll give him softer matchups. It still gives him a chance to play with a skilled NHLer. It maybe gives him a chance to ease into the season a little bit. Again, you're hoping for Matt Savoy to be playing for all 82 games for the Edmonton Oilers, right?
Yep.
So easing him into it early on and saying, hey, listen, we're not putting the expectations of 97's shooter or the guy who's going to go get pucks for Leon Draisaitl and set him up in his office. Like, we're not going to put that pressure on you. What we're going to do is start you on the third line. You're going to get a bunch of shifts against second and third pairings and other third and fourth lines. You're going to get to play with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. You're going to get to start in the offensive zone a lot. And if you and Nuge click, holy shit, we finally have a consistent third line that can outscore the opposition because they need that.
Yeah, they do need that. The third line is going to be a key thing for them. But I think like when we did the exercise of going through and looking who can play where throughout the opening night, there's a lot of players you can kind of plug and play. The forward group is fairly versatile, I think is a fair way to put it.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Tons of guys who can play center, left wing, right wing, all that.
Yeah. The Howard stuff, he's the most intriguing player for me because he's going to have to get better.
Yeah.
He wasn't outstanding in the rookie games. He hasn't skated. He missed a lot of the captain skates because he was at that PA thing.
NHL PA thing, yep.
So I would like to see him get a bit of a runway here, but also, too, if he starts in the American League, I don't think it's the end of the world. If he goes down and plays 10 games in the American League and then gets called back up because he's playing so well, then great. But like, you do have to earn things. You can't just get it because, we need a youth movement. Like, Ike Howard has to play for us.
Yeah.
Like, if he starts in the American League, it is what it is. What did Ryan McLeod? I know he's a different style of player, obviously, but Ryan McLeod, people are very excited. The conversation was coming into camp that he played well enough to make it, and they still sent him to the American League. And he got called up fairly early, if I remember incorrectly. Let me look.
Oh, that happens all the time.
Yeah, he played 28 games in the American League, at 28 points, got called up for the Oilers that year, played 10 games, so he must have had some injuries along the way.
It's a totally different sport, but I'm wearing a Blue Jays hat right now. Addison Barger goes down to start the season, and everyone's like, oh boy, goes, works on his swing, comes up, boom.
It's
batting in the middle of the order.
Thing,
totally is.
Like, if Ike Howard goes through preseason and doesn't score one goal, worst case scenario.
Sure.
That guy is probably gripping his stick a bit.
And I talked about this with Gregor yesterday, too. It's like, let's say you don't think Howard's totally up to speed after the preseason or he's not 100% confident. Keep in mind, like, Savoy at least has last season of playing against pros. Yeah. Had his 4-game cup of coffee. Like, Ike Howard does not know what it's like to play in a game against pros, against men. He does not know what it's like to play in the NHL.
Mm-hmm. And that's not to say he can't.
No. And again, I think you and I have kind of taken on a perspective of like, maybe we're being a little bit too precautionary, a little bit too pessimistic with Howard, but I feel like we're doing that to try offset some of the expectations because there again are people being like 25 goals, Calder Trophy finalist, riding next to McDavid all season, and it's like, whoa, He's never played a pro hockey game. He never even got the 9-game cup of coffee.
No.
Like, none of that stuff. The benefit of him going down to Bakersfield to start the year and playing 21 minutes a night, handling the puck on every power play, quarterbacking the power play. Like, there are benefits to that.
I will say, the start of the season could benefit him. Not necessarily who they play, but they're going on that Eastern Road swing immediately. Yeah. So it might give them a little bit more time to gel right away. And if he's kind of part of that group, and then they come back, and who knows after that. But like the first part of the season, there's a lot of games. They don't actually play it back-to-back once, but maybe that's a good opportunity for him to plug in. So their first game is October 8th against the Calgary Flames on a Wednesday, of course.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Wednesday night hockey. Oilers, Flames. So dumb.
Someone in the chat, Chester, who's been very active lately, and a relatively new viewer. I don't remember him at all last year.
I don't think so. Let us know.
Chester, when did you start watching? He says, I don't think we see Howard until at least January. I think that's an overreaction now.
I think we could see him gone in January. Like, he's sent down before then. But I don't think we'll wait until January to see him.
Yeah, he'll play NHL games before January. I think it's way more likely, Liam, that he goes down to Bakersfield for the first month of the season versus they keep him up here for a month and send him down.
So I looked at Bakersfield's schedule. They start on a Saturday, which is a good time to start a season against San Jose Barracuda. But then they have a lot of home games in October, relatively close games, I guess. So maybe they just send him down for the first month. Come back from I know I just said the first road trip could be beneficial, but if they see it, it's like, we don't need to take in. We'll take Max Jones with us, and he'll go and get some ice time, and the Iceman will get some ice time.
Yeah. Again, I just don't think, and like we saw someone, so you go and acquire him and then immediately drop him to the minors,
He's
LMFAO. He hasn't played a fucking pro hockey game. Calm down. Sam O'Reilly wasn't going to help you at all this year. He
wasn't even going to play.
And he has a lower ceiling than Ike Howard. So, Again, the trade is good, even if Ike Howard doesn't play till January. But
Tyler said in the chat, with Hyman's injury, I think Howard, that will start. And that does benefit him a lot, definitely.
Totally, because there's an open spot. What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.